Welcome back, everybody. If you haven't seen my last video, we got a mystery box from Discmania, and in the black mystery box comes the Gannon Bohr Glacier, and we're going to give this a test, see what it does out here at my local course. Just play a few holes. It is 20 degrees, I think like 18 degrees currently. Yeah, 18. High of 19 today, so we're not going to be here super long, but we're going to give you guys what you want to see with this Glacier and see how it flies, backhand, forehand, give you a little review. Let's get into it. All right, first off, based on the feel, I'll give you guys a little bit more here in a second, but it feels just like a MVP Pyro. So if you have a Pyro, it feels the exact same. I've heard that they're not super stable, like maybe a little bit more than a MD3. So we'll see if that's true. Here we go, first hole, 275 straight ahead here. We'll just aim a little bit right. That'd be sick if we just aced. That would have been so cool. First shot of the day, first shot with that disc. I don't know how we missed. Was that long? All right, so I thought that was super close. It was close, but it wasn't that close. We're a little bit short. Does it putt? No. We didn't bring out a putter. I'm not playing a scored round. I just want to show you guys what this disc flies like. All right, this so far, because it's so cold, it doesn't feel phenomenal. But this morning when I woke up, I went inside my warm house and felt this, and it feels like a really good, like gummy sea lime blend. So this disc does feel really good when it's not below freezing. Second hole, sign blew away, so I don't know how far it is, probably about 270 again. We're just gonna go big hyzer, see if this glides, because kind of like a Pyro, which I think this is gonna be very similar to, it's like a glidey, pushy overstable mid, where it's not like it just goes and then it dumps left. And that's what I think this disc is gonna be, and kind of what he wants. I think Gannon wanted something that's kind of torque resistant and won't just like turn over and never fight back out of it. But he doesn't want something he can just throw and it's just gonna dump. So here we go. All right, that's not gonna tell you guys much. We're gonna run and grab that and we're gonna rethrow. All right, the only reason we're doing this is because nobody wants to watch me throw it into a tree. So that doesn't tell you how it flies. This plastic is getting very stiff very quickly. All right, you'll get to see how it flies. Try to put something behind that and they just went way right. All right, if you guys, hopefully you can see this, but here's kind of the profile of the disc. Very much just like a Pyro, kind of have a high parting line and then like a hard wing, but it feels really smooth on the sides. If you guys have thrown any of the MD series, MD3, MD5, I'd say this is kind of like an MD5 with just a more blunt edge here. I would just go backhand, but I think this would be a good one to try it on a forehand. See, if it says it's 290 uphill, it feels a little bit short. I feel like it's probably closer to 315, but again, I think it's going to be similar to like the MVP Balance or the Pyro, where I don't know, the Pyro holds good on the forehand, but this one might not. So we'll see how torque resistant it is on a forehand. It's also first forehand of the day, so you can't judge me too much. Yeah, that came out with 110 wobbles per second. That was a pretty pathetic forehand, but let's see, maybe we can throw it in. Swing over, swing over. Man, this thing wants to go in the bucket. This is a 300-foot like forehand hyzer shot, which I don't know if, like, an overstable mid is just not what I would want to throw here, but it is one of the last like good forehand holes that we're gonna play, so we're gonna try get a little redemption. was a little better. Like, it's got some fight at the end. I would say it's similar to a little bit less I can't talk right now. A little bit less stable pyro. The way it came out had a little bit of wobble, which probably affected the turn on it. And every time I seem to forehand, I don't actually roll my wrist, which I thought for like the last year, I was like, I just roll my wrist. I actually don't, but I get a lot of wobble. So I need to figure that out. But a lot of the wobble, and then it comes out on Anheuser, and that's why it drifts to the left. So if you throw and you don't have a lot of wobble and you throw stuff and it gets stable quickly, this will probably be a really good like straight flying mid with a good finish at the end. But it's not going to be super overstable like your MD5 slot, like maybe kind of like a Buzz OS. Not entirely sure, but it flies really nice. So we kind of found our way down in here, which is not an ideal spot, but you guys aren't going to be playing this course. So maybe you want a good mid that gets a little bit of turn but doesn't turn over on you. Again, we're going to see camera sitting right where this is going to land probably. So it's either going in the bucket or I'm going to have to buy a new camera. Or just throw over the top of you guys because I was scared. So far, I'm really liking this disc. It is kind of hard to tell what its true flight is. Like if this is what it's flying like because it's cold and my hands are freezing and I haven't thrown or warmed up. But I feel like it's going to be pretty similar. Maybe a little bit less stable, just barely. But I don't know. It feels really good. I'm not surprised that they came out with something like this for Gannon, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like the MD4 is kind of the same stability. Maybe he just wanted a different like hand feel. I don't know. This isn't a hole, but we're basically at hole 1, and we're going to throw back to like hole 16 or 17, whatever basket this is. We're going over to this next hole, so I figured why not throw it. We're going to throw it out wide. Mind you, I did not put a ton of power behind that. Probably 220-foot shot downhill. But when you don't throw it super hard, it just keeps the hyzer the whole way. When you do, it kind of wants to just fight straight, which is a really good mid. Gonna give it another try and see how it putts. And Glacier is cold, and Gannon is kind of cold at putting, so maybe this is his long putter. Apparently it is. So I forgot, this is a prototype. It doesn't say what the flight numbers are. It's actually a long range putter. So I just found that out. Maybe you guys try it. Maybe this is a great putter for you. All right, this is gonna be our last hole with the Glacier. I'm gonna give it a toss out here. I'm gonna throw it right over that Glacier. Hopefully we can get something, maybe ace something. Be sweet to ace your first time out playing with a brand new disc. You guys let me know, do you guys like the swirls on this? I was really considering switching or trading with somebody who had a white with a pink rim, and honestly it looks really cool. I think this one looks cooler. It's just like the dark blue and purple, man. I just feel like under these leaves and stuff could get lost really quickly. We're gonna try it out. That was bad. We're gonna go do that again. I'm gonna go get that because we can't end like that. I also got the DD3 in the mystery box. We're gonna throw this just to see if we can try and get an ace with it. Okay, so that just flips up and bombs. That's a good disc too. Something I was thinking about while I went and grabbed this is it's interesting that I just did the MVP balance video. You guys can go check that out. Super fun, but like I'm starting to realize I think the pyro is like a goated mid-range. Like I think maybe just the pros love something that's super glidey, but yet stable and won't turn over. And I guess there's not a ton of discs in people's lineups that are like that. So this Glacier, I feel like, is just another balance or a pyro. I feel like people are just coming out with these pyro type discs. So maybe good on MVP for getting a disc that everybody wants to try and recreate. Here we go. That looks good. Probably not an ace. I think it's short, but oh, that was actually really close. Loving this disc, and I think you guys should go get one. I don't know where, I don't know when they'll come out, but right now you can get them on Facebook and spend way more than you should. Or you guys can wait. We got a tractor coming, so we're gonna wait here a second. And a semi. Perfect timing. What I was gonna say is, or you guys could wait 8 weeks to get one from Discmania, and then you just have to sell the rest of the box. But whatever you guys choose, honestly, it's a good deal. You're probably going to overpay for these, and then they'll come out here in a couple months, but this is going to be a good disc. And it putts well too. If you guys didn't know, I'm very sarcastic, and hopefully you guys could understand that this is not a putter. This is a mid-range. I don't even think I actually shared, but it is a 5502 flight numbers. Not entirely sure what the plastic is, but I think it's like a Sea Line Horizon blend. Feels really good, flies really good. You guys should go check one out wherever you can. Thank you guys again so much for the support. Last video we just did, just got my first video over 1,000 views. We've been doing really well lately. Thank you guys so much for the support. Go share this with somebody or subscribe if you're not already. I would appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Peace. Oh, and we're gonna be in Florida. Just gotta remind you guys that. We're gonna be in Florida at the end of this week. Tons of fun content coming. You guys are gonna wanna stay tuned. So, thanks again. See you guys.